Hi guys, Ozhound here, and this is episode 6 of my Let's Play. All the Mods Mod Pack version 2 on Minecraft 1.11.2. I have got the gear together to build my forestry setup, and yeah, we're going to do that right now. So, looking on the wiki, you can make different sizes of these, ranging from using 36 of these forestry blocks all the way up to 100 of them. Now 36 blocks gives you 126 blocks of farmland, and 100 gives you 440 blocks of farmland. Now these are not an overly complicated recipe, but they do require a different type of block to create them. You can't create them in your work table. Well, you can create them in a work table. You actually need to create the tin electron tubes in this thermionic fabricator. And to do that, you put glass or sand or something in there to create liquid glass, and that creates the little bulb or the housing for the tin that this gets made from. So you do burn through a lot of tin and copper making these, so you need to get a good supply of them before you start. And you need to have a certain number of extra items in here, like gearboxes and inlets and outlets and stuff like that, so you can pump items in and out of the farm itself. So your hatch is where you get your things in and out of. So you can use that to pump in items. Your valve is for your liquids, for your water, or other liquids depending on the farm type you want to use. And your gearbox is your, I guess, your CPU, to put it into PC analogies, to actually control the system. Now the farm I'm going to make is trees, so I can get some charcoal so I can power my generators. But in order to do that, they get set up a little bit differently. You can set up farms to grow several different types of, I guess, plants, trees. You can grow all sorts of stuff, but in order to do that, you actually need to use a different type of tube. So I need to grow trees like we discussed in the last episode, so I can feed my generators with charcoal. And what I need to create is the forestry arboretum. You don't need any of these valves or anything like that if you're going to manually feed the system through the gearbox. So we'll do that to start with, and then we might be able to just automate it a bit later on with the valves and the hatches. I'm going to commandeer this area, so I need a 17 by 17 area, and to measure that I've actually got a measuring tape from Chisel and Bits, which is very good. It just takes some iron, some yellow dye and some string to make, but it's very flexible in the sense that you can hold down left alt and set the color you want it to be. You can measure via bits, distance, or blocks. I usually go with block. I don't measure bits because bits will actually I'll demonstrate for you. So it's basically one block plus 10 bits. Sneak right click clears the area. I was saying it's a bit more visible, so we'll go with red, and we'll go with block. So I'm going to just start probably here. What I need to do next is to create a wand, because I don't want to go and lay 100 odd pieces of dirt. So with the wands, there's two different types of wands. There's your builder's wands from Extra Utilities, which requires some magical wood. That requires a bookcase, a gold ingot on a standard crafting table, a vanilla crafting table, but it won't work with these workbenches or most other mod versions of the crafting table, because what it does, it takes 4 experience off you when you create it, so it requires 4 XP as well as your gold ingot and your birch or your bookshelf. It's a pretty cool universal one, but I find they are a lot cheaper to make sticks and stone, sticks and iron, and sticks and diamond. So I'm going to go straight for a diamond. Get some sticks. You don't have to create these in a standard table, but you can do it in anything. Yeah, they don't work. Farmland's a different block than dirt, which is why it wasn't picking that up. But so, and I actually don't want dirt here, because this is where the controller is going to go. Now, the first tier farm needs, it's 3x4, so it'll be the smallest one. 3x4x3, so 3. The farm, okay, so you can only have it top or the bottom. That's how I read that. So let's strip the top out. Bring it one level lower. There you go. Now it's formed. We don't have any power. 200% hydration required. That's looks like it's going to just grow trees without the circuit board. Well, that'll be interesting. So what I'm going to do is to make an infinite water source in order to feed the farm. So that's pressure pipes actually has this. And also it remains to be seen whether it can transfer fluids at this stage over the fluid laser relays. Where did that go? There it is. Which needs one gear, 2 glass. Well, that should be pretty straightforward. No water. Didn't think that would work. Ah, there we go. Got it working. So by default, it won't work if you use just the fluid laser relays without configuring them. So out of the adjacent block is pulling fluid out of this block here, and then I don't even know if I need to set that, but I did anyway, only into adjacent blocks into the farm valve there. So now we've got water. We need saplings, and well, we've got supply water. That should be fine. So we're going to get some saplings in here. And I'm not sure if I've got any fertilizer, but we'll find out. I don't think I've found any yet. I know that where there's some there's some of the original base. I need to make more item laser relays because I just used my last 2 making the fluids. Alrighty. No fertilizer, so I do need to find some fertilizer. Okay. I have no idea why there are magma cubes out here. Probably because it's a desert thing, I guess. But I noticed some odd formations on the map up there on the top right. Gonna check them out. That's weird. This is not something that I've done. I think this is part of the Mesa biome. Yeah, Mesa. Okay, well, that's cool. Sweet. Moving wand. Pickaxe kit. Diamond. And what do you know? We found fertilizer very quickly. So with fertilizer, you can't just chuck the apatite straight into the farm. You've got to convert it into your fertilizer first, which is relatively straightforward. You just need sand, which I have got not a great deal of. Let's clear some of this stuff out first, I think. Got fertilizer, there we go. No farmland. Right. Seems that I've gone stuffed up. I actually need to put bricks or sandstone where I've put the dirt. So I'm going to do that. Cool. Looks like you don't actually need to have the entire farm laid out before it starts to grow stuff. That's good. But I will say that I did put dirt in here. Alright, farm's laid out. Gonna have to add some more dirt there. Doesn't use very much fertilizer, which is good. Alright, item transfer relays. There's also a couple of new mods. Well, quite a few new mods have been added. So we've got ancestral sorcery, which is where this book has popped up from. Haven't actually played with this mod before, but I will have a look at that. Apparently this is a very cool mod. It's very fun, so I'm interested to get into that. XNet is here. XNet is a mod by McGitty, and it fundamentally allows, it's very similar in function to the Ender.io conduits. Basically you can transfer power, liquid, and items, as well as a control signal in the one block space. But that is where the similarities end between Ender.io conduits and the XNet system, because the XNet system actually needs controllers to be able to work, and they also are not tile entities. So when a server tends to get really busy with Ender.io on it, because Ender.io is a favourite of everyone, using conduits, and all those conduits transferring items and power and all other nice things around, tends to lag the server out a lot. But these are not tile entities, so they don't contribute towards server latency, which is good. So I could actually use these in place of these laser relays. And we might replace some of these later on, but at the moment we've got the system working, so I don't really want to play with it. So I'll get some more item laser relays together, and then we will connect that system up to the forestry, and we should be able to start making some charcoal to feed these hungry generators. So in order to transfer these items, I need a hatch, which needs just a trapdoor and 2 more gears. Am I out of tin? Can't be out of tin. Yes, looks like I'm out of tin. Tin. Okay, I've got some tin. Tinny. Where are you? Okay, 1, 2. Need a trapdoor. Trapdoors. Why won't that work? Because I haven't got this there, that's why. Well, trees are staying there because I haven't got this in place. Okay guys, I've got this working now. I have got this system pulling out the items from the hatches. The only problem is that it's pulling it out too quickly. As you can see, the trees aren't being replanted, and for some reason there's sand there. No power. Well, I'm out of power again. Excellent. Okay, I think I might wrap the episode up there. Next time we'll come back and we'll set up the actual conversion between our wood to charcoal, because we have no power again. Okay, thanks for watching guys. See you in episode 7.